Happy Thursday, Nova Nation. Final 15 minutes left to go. Villanova Sports Talk. Great episode it's been so far here to begin 2025. I'm still getting back into the rhythm of things, so I actually forgot to record the first 10 minutes of this episode on Audacity. So if you're listening to this on our Spotify or Apple Podcast page, I do apologize for that. It's been a while, about 3 weeks, actually almost a month since I've done an episode. But good to be back here on Villanova's campus. Cold day. David Szczepanski alongside Dylan Johnson here on WXVU. And it's been a great thing because, last year we had Mike Masseri, who was our lacrosse expert, come in here, do some shows with me. Of course, WXVU will have men's lacrosse coverage coming up over the next couple weeks. Their season starts in early February with a battle against Penn State. Should be a good one. More information on that coming soon here on WXVU. But it's a pleasure to have Dylan with us, who is a track expert here. A lot of always talking, was covering on his social media, the track team. So Dylan, obviously things getting going again, right? The Quaker Invitational coming up on Saturday, but with a lot of good things coming up. Also Penn State, the National Open as well. So just kind of give us a little bit, of a preview for our listeners, or kind of what has been going on in track. We know that we have such a great track team here at Villanova, but to just give our listeners, because at least for me, I don't know a whole lot about the track team, just kind of update us a little bit if you can.
Yeah, I think Villanova's talked about a lot as a basketball school, but I really think we do have a storied track program. Our head coach, Marcus O'Sullivan of the men's team, he's ran over 400 sub-4-minute miles. He's really a great coach and a great guy to talk to. He really loves the sport and he's passionate about it, and obviously that's reflected in all these career achievements he's had. He was just Big East Coach of the Year last year in cross country, coming off that season. And going into this season, they're going to head out to Penn. Well, not really head out, but they're going to travel up. Usually Penn hosts...
A little bit of a drive.
A little bit of a drive. Usually Penn, though, host their indoor meets up in New York, and they usually have those up in near Staten Island, but they just put in a $69 million indoor track facility over here in University City, and they're going to be able to host indoor track meets. It's rare that you see places like colleges have an indoor track facility. Obviously, usually it's all outdoor tracks around a football field and things like that, but they're going to be able to go, and that's going to be the first ever event that they host there in Penn, over at UPenn here in the city. $69 million. It's I think a 73,000 square foot facility. It looks really nice, and hopefully I get to check it out. Obviously, usually the indoor meets are far away, but now they're close right in our backyard, so that'll be fun. But to talk about the season, at the Quaker Invitational this weekend, it's going to be a little bit of throwers. Not a lot of people go out. It's usually a slow start to the season. It's not like basketball. It's not like your team sports where everybody's playing every single game. It's a pick and choose. It's a recovery battle. Obviously, races, you can play a basketball game and not give your full 100% and recover, but usually, it's very strategic how running works, and you have to be able to give everything you have for one race, and then usually you recover over a week at the minimum to be able to compete against the elite athletes of the NCAA. So to look forward into this season, we have two amazing male runners here. Graduate Liam Murphy's going into his final season here. He just wrapped up a great performance. He finished 9th at cross country in nationals, and he went out to a Boston Invitational that they host in early December. It's kind of a way just to tune up for the indoor season while you still have that fitness from the outdoor season. And Liam went and ran a 13:10 in the 5K. That's 13 minutes and 10 seconds, and that is the second fastest time in the country right now for the indoor 5K. The fastest time was 12:59 by Graham Blanks at Harvard, but he fortunately forwent his college eligibility, and he's now a New Balance pro, so he was no longer in the college field. So right now, as it stands, Liam Murphy of Villanova has the fastest 5K indoor time in the country at 13:10, which is a 10-second improvement from his best. That 13:10 shattered the indoor 5K record, the all-time 5K record here at Villanova. Sydney Marie ran a 13:20 back in 1978, and up until now, that was the fastest 5K time in Villanova history. And now Liam Murphy holds that with a 13:10. And going off of Liam Murphy is, I guess you could kind of say, a prodigy. Marco Langen, he's a junior. He's really been surging, and he's really been great. He ran a 13:14, which also broke the Villanova record, but he was bested by Liam by 4 seconds. So they both are 1 and 2 in 5K history here at Villanova. And Liam's progressed great, and Marco has been really well over. Only been here for 2 seasons, and has really improved over his fitness. And to look at the women's side to kind of wrap things up with the top, Rochelle Clayton just went and won a silver medal at the Jamaican summer games, and she is going to be coming back for her 5th year. She's a great high jumper. I said thrower, but she's a high jumper. She won the Big East Championship last year for Villanova, and also on the women's side, Sadie Sigstead, senior, she won the indoor 5K last year for the women's at the Big East. So there's so many people, and Villanova has just had a storied history with beating, track programs in the Big East. They're one of the best track programs that the Big East has, and they'll continue to do that. Sigstead won a 5K, like I said, last year at the Indoor Big East Championships for last season, and she has the 8th fastest 5K time in school history. So there's a lot of stuff coming up for the indoor track team going into outdoor that I'm looking forward to, as well as the rest of the Villanova athletic department.
Really exciting stuff, and as Dylan continues to come on, we'll continue to get some updates, so looking forward to that. But